In the movie Extraction 2, the gripping story unfolds with Tyler Rake, Chris Hemsworth, a battle-weary mercenary grappling with the aftermath of the events from the first film. While he yearns for a quieter existence, fate has different plans for him as he becomes entangled in another perilous extraction mission. The movie begins with Tyler Rake, a wounded man, being rushed to a hospital in Dubai after an intense action scene in a place called Dhaka. Doctors start losing hope as Tyler remains unresponsive. Meanwhile, a woman named Nick Khan anxiously waits for Tyler to wake up. The doctors suggest ending Tyler's life, but Nick adamantly refuses and holds on to hope. One day, while a nurse is tending to Tyler, he suddenly starts breathing heavily and murmurs something. Nick is called in, and Tyler's first words to her are offensive. Over the next few weeks, Tyler undergoes rigorous exercises to regain his strength with Nick by his side. Nick expresses her feelings for Tyler and tells him she cares about him. The scene shifts to Kajori in Georgia, where a man named Zurab receives distressing news about his brother's extended prison sentence. Zurab confronts the governor, pleading for his brother's release, but the governor explains that his brother committed a serious crime against a DEA agent, making it impossible to save him. In a fit of rage, Zurab kills the governor and his men. Meanwhile, Tyler is spending time with Nick and a boy named Yaz Khan. Tyler admires Yaz's shirt, so Yaz promises to get one for him. They drive to a secluded place in Austria, where Nick presents Tyler with a cabin for his retirement. Nick encourages Tyler to embrace a new chapter in his life. Later, Yaz sends Tyler the desired shirt. In the meantime, Devitt, Zurab's brother, is imprisoned and has his family join him. Devitt's wife is unhappy about the situation and refuses to cooperate, leading to an altercation where Devitt slaps her. He threatens to separate her from their children unless she complies. Her son, Sandro, comforts her, but tells her maybe his dad was right. Returning home from a drive, Tyler encounters a man drinking tea in front of his house. He offers Tyler a job, initially disinterested, but changes his mind when the man reveals the job involves helping Mia, Tyler's ex-wife. The man informs Tyler that Mia's sister is in trouble due to her husband Devitt, who is associated with a powerful Georgian cult called the Nagazi. Tyler learns that Devitt's wife is imprisoned, and he agrees to undertake the mission. However, he is warned not to start a fight in prison due to two dangerous gangs that would target him. Tyler calls Nick and updates her on the mission details. Tyler had 6 weeks to prepare. They head to Takiri prison, accompanied by a guard who instructs Tyler to complete the job within 5 minutes. As Tyler enters room 207, chaos ensues when the prisoners wake up and try to stop him. Tyler fights his way out, causing a prison break. Amidst the turmoil, he rescues the family from the room, but encounters Devitt. They engage in a fierce fight, attracting prison security. Tyler manages to kill Devitt, and as they try to escape, they face gunfire. Tyler instructs the others to leave while he stays behind to fight. Walking through a violent yard filled with aggressive prisoners, Tyler battles his way through, protecting the woman and himself. However, he is struck with a brick on his head, briefly losing consciousness. When he regains his composure, he fights off the prisoners and guards again. Tyler rescues the woman from being dragged away by prisoners and reunites with Nick. They make their way to a factory hideout with Nick's people, taking a moment to recover. Meanwhile, the Nagazi group arrives at the scene. Devitt's child keeps questioning why their uncle's men are attacking them, but their mother avoids answering. She assures the kids that their father will join them soon. Tyler instructs the others to protect the children while he confronts the attackers. They are now on a moving train, and Tyler manages to quickly take down one helicopter. However, the other helicopter hits him, causing him to fall. Men from the attacking helicopter land on the train and begin killing everyone in their path. Nick fights off 2 men in her cabin, successfully defeating them. Meanwhile, 3 men approach the cabin where the family is hiding, and Yaz is also present. Tyler arrives and engages in a fight with them. With Yaz's help, they manage to eliminate all the attackers. Throughout this chaos, Devitt's son realizes that his father and uncle's men are being killed but remains curious and silent. Tyler joins Nick, who is operating the train engine. They come under attack from a helicopter, but Tyler quickly takes it down. However, this attack damages the train's brakes, causing it to collide and break into pieces. Fortunately, everyone survives. As they walk towards the plane, Devitt's son, Sandro, learns that Tyler is responsible for his father's death. Tyler explains that Devitt was planning to kill Sandro's mother, so it was a choice between her or him. Sandro becomes angry with Tyler. They board a plane to Vienna. While Yaz is on the phone, Sandro overhears overhears him mentioning Vienna. Sandro steals the phone and calls his uncle, Zurab. He asks Zurab if his father intended to kill his mother. Zurab realizes that David's wife is the true reason behind the conflict. Determined to seek revenge, Zurab decides to target everyone involved in the mission. He asks Sandro for his location. The scene shifts to Nick speaking to David's wife, who is Tyler's sister-in-law. They believe they have reached a secure location, unaware that Zurab is preparing to attack them. Zurab informs his men about his plan, and they are all willing to risk their lives to avenge their brother. Tyler is later joined by Sandro, who expresses his anger at Tyler for killing his father. Tyler explains that he had no personal grudge against his dad and did what he had to do. Tyler gives a pep talk to Sandro when he reveals that their enemies are approaching. Dozens of cars and helicopters arrive at the building, launching an immediate attack on Nick and Tyler. They quickly head to the garage with the family, who get into a car. However, Sandro gets out and runs, declaring that he is going to his uncle, as he belongs to the Nagazi group. Despite Yaz's attempt to catch him, Sandro reaches his uncle. In the midst of the chaos, Nick arrives in a flipped car after being shot by a man accompanying Zurab. Yaz helps her up and engages in a shootout, killing the man. Meanwhile, 3 men reach the garage where the family is hiding. Tyler attacks them. After defeating 2 of the 3 men, Tyler kills the last one and gets into the car. He tries to drive away, but Zurab's men are everywhere, and the car is rendered useless due to their attacks. Tyler then gets the family out of the car. Zurab also arrives and spots David's wife and daughter, who are moving toward the elevator. Just as Zurab is about to shoot them, the elevator shuts, taking them up to the rooftop. Tyler leaves the mother and daughter in a room and heads to the rooftop, where Nick and Yaz are already engaged in a gunfight with Zurab's men. Nick demonstrates impressive skills as she swiftly takes down an opponent using both her hands and guns. However, she also receives multiple hits and her condition appears to be deteriorating. Meanwhile, Tyler faces numerous adversaries on his way up, fighting them off before he can reach the rooftop. Just as Tyler gets closer to his destination, Nick fights with an individual who drives them to the edge of the glass roof. Both Nick and her opponent become unconscious and begin sliding. The man ultimately falls to his death. In a race against time, Tyler manages to reach Nick and grabs her hand, with both of them desperately clinging on. At this moment, Zurab arrives and shoots Tyler's hand, causing him to lose his grip on the girl, but still holding on to Nick. Just as Zurab is about to take another shot, Nick regains consciousness and fires at the glass where Zurab is standing, and he finds himself hanging from the grill, just like Tyler. Tyler quickly throws Nick back into the safety of the building. Nick reaches the room where the family is located and eliminates a large assailant who was about to harm the mother and daughter. A confrontation ensues between Zurab and Tyler, with Tyler successfully knocking Zurab unconscious. They all promptly board a helicopter, but Yaz is shot twice from behind by Zurab. Despite their injuries, they manage to bring Yaz onto the helicopter and fly away, leaving Zurab behind. They seek refuge in Tyler's secluded cabin, where Mia, Tyler's ex-wife, also joins them. Mia and Tyler had a son who tragically passed away while Tyler was deployed in Afghanistan. Mia holds resentment towards Tyler for leaving them years ago. Tyler apologizes, but Mia expresses indifference. Mia then meets her sister and her daughter. Meanwhile, Zurab sits with his uncle, who advises him to let go of his quest for revenge as it will not bring him anything. However, Zurab disregards his uncle's counsel and kills him in front of Sandro. Witnessing this act, Sandro begins to question the decisions he has made. Zurab contacts Tyler, expressing his inability to rest while Tyler is still alive. He instructs Tyler to meet him at an airfield in Georgiana. Tyler prepares himself and departs, intending to go alone. However, Nick wants to accompany him, but Tyler insists on going solo. Arriving at the airfield, Tyler begins causing explosions, destroying everything in his path. Suddenly, he is attacked by a man who manages to shoot him. Nevertheless, Tyler swiftly eliminates his assailant. Despite severe bleeding, Tyler continues onward, entering a building where Zurab has rigged a bomb to Sandro's body. Zurab commands Sandro to shoot Tyler, but the young boy refuses. Just as Zurab is about to shoot Tyler himself, Nick arrives on the scene. Zurab compels her to lower her weapon by threatening to detonate the bomb strapped to the boy. At this moment, Sandro escaped from the grasp of his uncle, bringing with him the remote. A shootout ensues, and Nick sustains further injuries. Sandro successfully removes the vest, freeing himself from the bomb's threat. While Sandro tries to provide comfort, Tyler fights fiercely with Zurab. Initially, Tyler gets the upper hand, but the table flipped when Zurab smashed Tyler's head with a box of nails. However, Tyler fights back relentlessly. Just as Zurab reaches for his gun, Tyler retaliates by repeatedly stabbing him in the legs. Tyler concludes by delivering a fatal gunshot to Zurab's head. He then goes to Nick, who is in critical condition. The scene shifts to Schwartzow prison, where Nick is handcuffed to a bed, still in the process of recovering. Tyler is held in another prison, and Mia visits him there. Mia informs Tyler that their son's last memory was not of Tyler abandoning them, but rather of his father sacrificing himself to save others. Tyler inquires about Mia's sister's children, and she mentions some financial difficulties. Tyler advises Mia to go to his cabin, where she will discover millions of dollars. The scene transitions, and Tyler is taken to an isolated location where the man who previously visited his cabin awaits. The man offers to secure Tyler's release from prison if he agrees to work for their boss. Curious about the man's name, Tyler is told that it doesn't matter. Tyler insists on working with his team, emphasizing that Nick is an integral part of it. Another car arrives, and Nick emerges from it. The man informs Tyler that he will be working for their boss, and Tyler is reunited with Nick. Thanks for watching, and we appreciate your time with us. Please consider subscribing and click the bell icon so you will always get notified when we upload a video.